Hello, my name is Dimmy G. I'll be taking you through my Champions of England tournament series. So basically, tabletop Blood Bowl. There's seven sort of areas in England which are all broken up, like southeast, southwest, north, west, northeast, London, a couple more. They all have a tournament series. You can find them on Talk Fantasy Football. Over the year, you play a certain amount of tournaments and the top sort of placing people from each area have been put into a tournament on Fumble. The reason it's played on Fumble is because obviously with us being all over the country, it's much easier to get everyone together to play online. So I came third in the South East tournament series, so was selected for the South East team. I'm running Undead. I've got Miss Beltree in my team who's running Amazons. I've got Total Fuzzy Logic running Nurgle and Mr. Frodo playing Norse. We play like a round robin, so we will play against the other six areas, um, and it will be very much like a tournament sort of basis, in the sense that whoever's the top table will play their top table, second, third, fourth. So I'm just going to run you through a game. My first game we played against uh, the Southwest. I drew Torq Armada, who is an England player. So a very good player. He's playing Vampires. I'm just going to talk you through the UI a little bit as well. So the Vampire team I'm playing against, popping up in the top left corner there. You've got the two Vampire Blitzers in the top left. SB means strip ball. Z is for frenzy. Um, the next guy in the row is a Vampire thrower. He does actually have leader, but I didn't mark leader. Um, just I will mark it for the purpose of this. He has a block thrower, and then he has two dodge runners, and then he's got seven thralls, which are the little guys underneath. And then so it's 13 players in total. I think it's three rerolls plus the leader, so four rerolls. On my side, the blue sides, I'm undead. I play a lot of undead in these sort of tournaments, especially team tournaments. They're just a solid team. I've got two skillless mummies. They say MB, that's just a mighty blow. It's an auto marking. The next chap is a white, so the BT is block tackle, obviously block being his standard skill. Tackle is the one that I've picked on him. The white is block guard, the next one. So I've got a guard white and a tackle white. So the percentages is a marking that I use on Fumble. It just means blodge basically. So it's a combination of block and dodge. It's just easier for me to mark it as a percentage. Dodge wrestle, so DW is the dodge wrestle. So I've got one wrestle ghoul, three block ghouls, tackle white, guard white, and then the chaps below are zombies. I only have 12 because I like to take a keg with my undead team. I think the mummies are probably more valuable. Like all the positionals are more valuable than zombies, right? So yeah, if I suffer KOs, I want the better guys back. So the other option is to not take the keg, take an extra player, maybe do a bit more fouling. I don't do a ton of fouling. I mean, I do when it's necessary, but each to their own. So just going to run you through our replay of my first round. This was against the Vampires. So Torq Armada actually won the toss. So he decided to kick to me because vampires are very good on defense. Um, and there we go. There's a setup. He's gone for a sort of a spread setup so he can stretch my defense and maximize the opportunity of a blitz. I've tried to spread out my team as best as possible, so if I do get blitzed on, it's not going to be too easy for him to come through. So I've put minimum guys to fight these guys. Normally you want to stack your LOS and take as many hits as possible, but I don't want to lose the game on a blitz. So we've got a guard here. We're going to put an assist in. We're going to free dice with the mighty blow. Take our punches here. Try and secure the ball. With vampires, there's probably two ways I tend to tackle it is keep the ball out of range completely, so you can't get sacked, or try and double up screens. I mean, it's not always possible. Vampires are one of the least races that I enjoy playing. I feel like they're incredibly overtuned. I get told off. I get told they're completely fine. I still, to this day, won't accept that. So just going into my turn one. So nice weather. Ball scatters 3 times, and we're on the pitch. So trying to make the safe move. So I put my assist in there so I can get the 3 dice. I'm just trying to stay like relatively wide as possible to not make it easy for him to come through. Like I say, trying to utilise the double screen. This is before I've done any blocks. So get the mighty blow hit there. Sadly, don't get the knockdown. Oh, just a quick one as well. So with this UI, you may see at the top of the screen, see if you can see it on my cursor. There we go. So up here is where it shows the dice. So that was push push. On this side over here, you'll see his block dice. You have the players that are getting punched and the players that's punching here with a small sign of their stats. The bottom right next to my face, that side is my rerolls. This is my keg. And then on the opposite side over here, this is his rerolls, his Apo. It's just a quick one there. So if you're wondering where the dice are, they do appear at the top here. So defender stumbles, there you go. So I'm blitzing the vampires just because they're obviously the best players. It was easier. I mean, it was going to be a 2 dice either way. I weren't going to be able to get a 3 dice anywhere, so I just went for the 2D on the vamp, see if I could chip a vamp. So like I said, I want to keep the ball as far away from the vampires as possible. But the way I've got my team set up is so that I can move into my team when I need to. So depending on how much pressure he puts on me, it depends how quickly I'll move up or not. So I did kind of leave my mummy out a bit to dry there. Like I probably should have positioned this zombie a little bit better. But there you go. So fails a dodge. That is a badly hurt. So that was a casualty. So really good. So again, just blitzing a vampire. Not getting the POW this time. And then just trying to keep the mummies together. Keep the guard in there to sort of support him. And trying to keep like a double screen. So the thing is with vampires is they can do a lot of things. Like when they hypno gaze, they turn off your skills. So it means that players with blodge don't necessarily have blodge. Like you'll see here, he hypno gazes my ghoul, which means if you defender stumbles it, he'll get the POW. Thankfully, on this occasion, he does not. And that is the bloodlust. So if you see the red thing come over here, that's the bloodlust. So he did bloodlust there. He decided not to do anything. He didn't want to re-roll it, so save the re-roll. And so I basically counted this out. I just wanted to make sure that he couldn't base him, like and gaze him. So this is why he's all the way back in the end zone as well. And like again, it's really difficult in this matchup with Undead because you have to put so many guys back. Because I can't just leave him here in a banter. He needs somewhere to move to, and I want to fight as well at the same time. So yeah, we're going to hit his runners with tackle at every opportunity that we get. So nice little opportunity to hit a runner with tackle there. And we're just trying to base up his guys so he can't put too much pressure on the ball. Fails a dodge instantly, so that's like really good for me. I need to bring the ball forward. It's turn 4 for me, so we're halfway through the drive. Um, this is again a sort of problem with playing against vampires. Is you can't, like, the minute the ball's in range of them, you're in trouble, and you need everyone to be able to defend it. That's an amazing stun for me. That's a strip baller, which is the main threat to the ball. We do get a power and a fall there, and another stun. I'm going to put a foul in here on the runner as well, because like I say, they're just so good. Do get a KO on this occasion without getting sent off as well. So yeah, the problem is I am allowing him to hit my mummies, which is again problematic. It's because my team is so split, because like I say, I want to keep them. Like, I just want to keep the ball away as long as possible. So he bloodlust there, doesn't re-roll it, and takes out Thrall. Right, he rolls a full power there. Does hit the mummy. Only a push this time. So yeah, this is a really scary turn because he's got 2 vampires here, and he's got 2 vampires here, and he's obviously got the big bad boy threat here, which is the stripper. So we're just going to do our best to kind of, because it's basically the hypno gazes. He can switch off any sort of cage we make. So I just want to tag up the vampires. So this may actually be a mistake. I mean, I could have gone for I could have gone for something slightly different, like actually going in here, but I wanted to like cage them off to try and make them activate here and not come back. Like if I can outrun these 2, then we're only dealing with these 3 rather than 5 vampires. But I mean, I could have brought this guy down here, brought this guy down here, and then tried to wall off here. It is my turn 5, so we're getting there. And there was a 1 in 9 that I did have to re-roll, so I've used the re-roll there. I'm actually down to 1 re-roll at this point. I get a pow on the vamp and stun him, which is really nice. I'm actually going to go for a foul here, I think. If I like, so this is another talking point really, is that I can cage, I can put a guy here and put a guy here. But I mean, the problem is it's just with the hypnotic gaze, it's not necessarily going to be safe, right? So the way I saw it was I can either put the guy there or put the guy there. He can dodge this guy out easily on a 2+, 2-2, and then 2 for the gaze. He's got this one here for the gaze, and then he's got a strip ball that's probably going to 2-dice the ball. Maybe I should have done that. It's tough. Like I had a 2 assist foul there, armor 9+. I needed a 7 to break armor. Plus it's a very like valuable piece to try and get off. So I mean, I always do things against vampires that I wouldn't normally do in other matchups, just purely because I feel that they're so strong. And I feel like you kind of have to get lucky to get something out of the game. I mean, obviously, now there's an issue in the sense. So he puts the fall in so you can bite him, even though he doesn't have to re-roll it. He's still got all 4 of his re-rolls as well. So he's got. It does bloodlust though, which is interesting. So doesn't actually go for the ball. Doesn't he did re-roll it as well. So he re-rolled the bloodlust but snaked it, and then decided not to go for the blitz in the end, and just to get these vamps back and more reliable. Right, so here should be relatively easy. So it should be a blitz here. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What turn are we on? 6. So I can put in a guy. 1, 2. Alright, sorry, I'll show you where I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the wrestler can get here. we're in scoring range anywhere in these three, some with GFIs. So I'm thinking the mummy should blitz this vamp, free these two, and then we've got these three for the back end. And then we've got three, and then it should probably be a H cage, so blitz here. We move the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the ball should be here with the guard here, and then we should have a H. That's probably what I should have done. I know it's not what I did do, so we can have a look and see what I did do. So I put the guard in. So this means I can hit the vamp with the tackle. Yeah, this is far too loose. And then blitz with the strip. Okay, so then we're blitzing the strip ball with the mummy, which is fine if we pow. And we don't pow. So we took the both down, but this is really easy to. So yeah, just dodge out, gaze this, instant 2 dice with strip ball. Should have been a H cage. Could have played that turn way better, in fact. Gets the full pow. Ball scatters in the tackle zone. So he's going to gaze this chap. Yep, dodge through. Alright, so he's going to go 3+, 3+, picks it up, 3+ out again, another 2+. And then he's got the ball, hands it over to the strength 4 guy. And then he's got him he's got him in an eye cage. So it just means that I can't really get 2 dice on it. Because they're all strength 4. So the only way I can get 1 dice on it is to... I wanted to blitz him from this direction as well to try and get the ball down. It's my turn 7. If I want any chance of scoring, I do get the full pow. Ball scatters in there. Try and clear it again. Gets a KO. That's in 3 tackle zones, which is pretty nice. I had to use my last reroll there, I think. So yeah, I go for the pickup here, and I get the worst possible scatter. I think going for the pickup is still correct, because if I make the pickup and I dodge out, I can still score. Whereas now, like the score's completely over for me, and it's just a case of can I stop him scoring, which is probably a no at this stage. So he's still got 3 rerolls as well at this point, which is a lot. Gets his scoring threat in, just in case he bloodlusts, which he does. Picks up the ball. He did re-roll that as well, so he actually used 2 re-rolls right there. And then he drops it, so he does maximum GFIs and then just drops the ball. So with vampires bloodlust and they don't bite somebody, they'll drop the ball and lose it. The question mark basically means that he's lost his tackle zones. He has no tackle zones. So I'm just trying to hit the runner here. I do a GFI unnecessarily, just because if I get the push, he's out of range and can't score. This guy has 3+ bloodlust, this guy has 2+ bloodlust. But what you'll see Torq do in a second is he'll declare a blitz on my ghoul, but not actually use it, just to make the bloodlust a 2+ rather than a 3+. And then I try and base him here, and I fail the GFI. I've got no reroll, and then it's just a 2+ pickup, 2+ bloodlust, 2+ pickup with a reroll. No GFI required. Does a little touchdown dance for me as well. What a legend! And we're 1-0 down at half time. So yeah, pretty terrible. Looking back, it was pretty avoidable. I think the H cage isn't perfect, but I think it's a lot better than what I did. I mean, there are arguments that I got to hit both vampires. You never know, I might remove one. But ultimately, I don't think. I think the H cage was just better. I think the two vamps at the back were kind of out of it. Um, we probably went a little bit crazy a little bit early. So we get a lovely deep kick on this one. Like the problem is if he two turns, he just wins the game, right? So we get an absolutely amazing scatter. The ball's in the end zone, which means the two turns not impossible, but it's a lot harder than it should be. So we've gone for like a weird kind of chevrons. The reason these guys are not next to this guy, which is the normal chevron setup, is because it means he has to hit these. Like you can't just set up a guy in these corners here and here, and they just move freely, right? So with the mummies on the and their strength 5 as well, so trying to suck him into a fight a little bit. And these guys hitting here aren't running down here, basically. Fails the pickup. Doesn't re-roll it. He has used the re-roll on something. I missed that, so I do apologise. We just want to get some ghouls in the backfield here, like something to threaten the ball. We put the guard in to support the mummy. And this turn, I just want to basically tag everything up as best as I can, and make them roll as many dice as possible. So we're gonna try and pin this guy on the sideline as well. I believe we're blitzing the strip bar at the top here, but like we're tagging from both ends. We've got the fools tied up kind of nicely. We only get pushed there, unfortunately. If we get the POW, then we really do stick him on the sideline. Actually put a rush in there to tag this guy from behind, so it's one less assist. And I thought I did pretty well here because we've screened these guys off from these guys. So this is why, and then he fails the gaze as well, so it's pretty unlucky there, in fact. He fails the gaze, but then blitzes him and then brings him back here, I believe. Yeah, so he's got an eye cage again, which is really effective. Like when my guard out of the way, eye cage with the strength 4 is pretty much fine, just because I can't reliably get anything on the ball like that's not a 1D. Or worse, in fact. So he actually rolls 3 1 dice POWs here. So 1 dice POWs my mummy, 1 dice POWs my guard, and then he full 1 die POWs my blodger. So it was a good spot for me, a really nice spot for me. And then yeah, he just 1D POW'd his way out of it. But I mean, it's fine, it happens. So again, we're just going for as much pressure as possible. I actually make a mistake in this one. Like the aim of this turn was to actually blitz the runner with the tackle. I thought I could do it if I POW'd this guy. If I POW'd this guy, then I was going to come through here and blitz. But because I got the both down, I couldn't actually do it. And then I changed my blitz to this. If I was going to do this blitz, I should have done it from the other square and punched him this way, so I could stand the mummy up without geofying, and he's still based on a thrall. So we've just bracketed this guy. We've got these guys pinned in front. He's going to come up and gaze, which is going to free this vampire completely. But it does eat an activation, right? This is the thing. You just got to eat as many activations as you can on things that aren't too important. So he does the blitz there and it's just pushes. He's obviously going to go for a screen up the top here. Does Bloodlust, does put a reroll in as well, so I think there was a double skull. So he's down to 2 rerolls, and he did turn over because he had no thrall to bite afterwards. So we're just going to hit the runner. We're just going to hit the runner. Like I say, any opportunity to hit the runner with tackle, we're just taking it. They're the best players. They're our biggest threat. We do get the POW because of tackle. And then we also get the casualty as well, so he's gone. So now the game is manageable, right? It's he's got no movement 8 runners left whatsoever. He's got 4 vampires, but none of them are movement 8, so it really does. That's a massive swing in our favour. Very fortunate. So just trying to free up some players for my next turn. Like I say, he's in a really bad situation at the moment. Like he's down to 4 vampires. He's 2 of his thralls are stuck down here. We've been very lucky this half. He's down 2 rerolls as well. What Torquem4da's often says is it's the rerolls that really, because vamps want at least 1 or 2 rerolls in the bank. Does get a pow there, unfortunately, on my blodger and KOs him. Does roll a bloodlust. I was told here that this was actually a misclick. He didn't mean to not bite. I think he wanted to bite so he could go further and like carry on the turn, but he misclicked there. So again, this is like a tabletop tournament that's hosted online, purely because it's a national event, and rather than us traipsing all over the country to do it, it's much easier just doing it from your home. So big pow from the mummy there. Balls on the sideline. Just going to activate the player. We go for the pickup with a wrestle, and we fail it. We actually snaked that pickup. We snake the pickup, it goes into the crowd and it gets tossed back in, and it's the best. If it went the other way, like we've probably just lost right there, to be fair. Fails that gaze as well, which is absolutely huge. Doesn't free the thrall, so he does have to blitz him with the thrall that was on the floor. Now the thrall is free, but his vamps are very far away from the ball. So he's going to put a gaze in here, which will cut off a corner for him. So it's a 2+ dodge, 2+ bloodlust, 2+ dodge, and he fails another gaze, but then he just punches him because he has the assist. So he's really like suffered a bit in this second half with the dice roll in there. Then he bloodlusts as well, so does bite his thrall. He's got the ball on a strength 4 guy. He hasn't really got the protection he wants. It's just putting a body in the way there. That was a horrendous turn for dice for Torquem4da's, and we can definitely do something here. We've got players here. We've got 3 dice with a mummy. Get a KO. We're just gonna 2-die this guy. We've got 2 rerolls in the bank, so we get 4 dice on the ball. Have to do a couple of rushes here as well. So 4 dice, we roll. Pushes into pushes. So we've used the reroll, we don't get him down. And now I'm kind of panicking, I'm not going to lie. And then there was another 2 pushes just for good measure. And then we get a power on a thrall, which is nice. And a Kaz. So this guy being free is a bit of a concern. Just dodges out. Didn't need to bloodlust it either. Gets the hand over. And it looks like GG. So does fail a bloodlust here, so he has to come back in and bite this guy. He's only got the 1 reroll, so he's really hanging on for this reroll. Gets a power on my tackler. And makes the dodge. And then he's got someone to bite if he needs to. So he doesn't bite this time, and I think he said that this one wasn't a mistake. I might be mistaken, so if he did say one of them was a mistake, I don't know which one particularly. But yeah, so we've got some issues here. We've got 1 reroll. It's our turn 6. So we've got the 2 dice here. Looks like we're picking it up on the wrestler again. We get the both down. Blitzing with block is good. Right, so it gives us the 3 dice with the mummy, which will then tag the vamp as well. And then we go with the wrestler. Right, we step in. We can't stay there, so we rush. And then we snake the rush. Like, we were just going to stand here. It's not the safest. He's got a stripper right there. But again, he'd have to do something. So he has to try and gaze from a tackle zone because of the bloodlust, and he still gets it anyway. Picks it up on a vamp, throws the pass. I mean, this is his turn 7, so he's thinking that's good enough. Just get the ball away. There's not going to be a way that we can score. So we get a 2-die blitz. Push him out. We need scoring threats, and I don't want to roll dice. I've got no re-roll. This guy is the closest guy to the ball. So we get our scoring threat in. He does need a rush. So you can see the 8 at the top. It means he's 8 squares away. And then this was absolutely massive. We get the POW and the stun on and then we failed this dodge as well, which is brutal because we would have had the extra scoring threat. So now we've got 2 scoring threats. He POWs the first one. He just needs to gaze this guy, and it's GG. So he tags him, and then here comes the gaze. So he gazes the mummy, which means he can come out backwards and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he could go through, couldn't he? So we have to clear. We have to clear this guy. This is a rush as well, I believe. No, no rush. No rush. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Double rush handoff. 2+2+, 3+, and then 2+. But yeah, it's been an incredible game. Like, I honestly had no right to get a draw out of this one, I don't believe. Very fortunate to remove both of the runners. Some key bloodlusts there. I mean, it goes back to my feeling with vampires in the sense that if you want to get something out of the game against a good vampire coach, this isn't for everyone. I am playing a Team England vampire coach here. But to get a good result out of the game, you need them to fail certain things. I mean, there are certain steps that you can do to make them fail more things. Like, there's certain ways that you can play to make them fail more things. And I think I made a big error in the first half, not making the H cage. Watching it back, like at the time, I thought it was the best idea, so I went for the foul. If I break armor, it's absolutely fine. Like, that's the thing, and I might remove a vampire, whereas the H cage. There's going to be a lot more pressure the following turn, which is something that you've got to weigh up in this matchup, is how strong you can make it now versus how weak that makes you in the future. So the stronger you make it now normally makes it weaker in the future, because they can reset and reposition and then set themselves up better for the following turn. So it's kind of a question of momentum, whereas if I get the foul and I make the stun, then there's no way he's sacking the ball without rolling a POW, and or like the direction that he sacks the ball is better for me. It's pushing me towards his end zone rather than away from it. So I don't know. I think the H cage was the correct play, but hindsight's a thing, right? And obviously I could have played it a bit better. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to do the rest of my games. If you did want to see any of the other games, I think Stuback has done some VODs. They are available. We will be playing the Midlands next. So all the rounds are predetermined. Southeast started with the Southwest. We've then got the Midlands, and then we've got the up 5 coming up after that. So stay tuned, and I'll get that one up there as well. Thank you.